A calming and immersive 2026 winter storm unfolds in a vast, quiet mountain landscape under a dark night sky. Thick snow falls gently yet continuously, covering frozen peaks, silent valleys, and tall pine trees in soft white layers. Icy winds move slowly through the mountains, howling softly and rhythmically, never harsh or disturbing, creating a soothing, natural soundscape that helps the mind relax and the body unwind. The storm feels distant and safe, allowing a deep sense of comfort and peace to settle in. Snowflakes drift past the camera at varying speeds, some floating calmly while others are guided by gentle gusts of wind, adding realism and depth. Moonlight faintly reflects off the snow-covered ground, creating a soft, cool glow that enhances feelings of calmness and security. There are no human sounds, no voices, no traffic, and no sudden noises, only pure winter nature flowing naturally. The atmosphere encourages slow breathing, quiet thoughts, and emotional balance, helping stress melt away. The scene moves very slowly, almost still, designed for seamless looping and long-duration viewing. This winter storm ambience is crafted to support deep, restful sleep, a peaceful mind, relaxation, meditation, and a sense of good, comforting feelings throughout the night. Ultra-realistic environment, cinematic depth, gentle motion, and balanced natural audio create a perfect background for healing rest and inner peace. As the night deepens, the winter storm maintains a steady, comforting rhythm, never sudden or aggressive. The wind flows like slow breathing through frozen valleys and along mountain ridges, gently rising and falling in a way that naturally relaxes the nervous system. Snow continues to fall in soft layers, quietly settling on tree branches, rooftops, and rocky slopes, creating a muffled silence beneath the storm. The air feels clean, cold, and refreshing, enhancing a sense of clarity and calm. Occasional distant gusts echo softly through the mountains, adding depth without disturbing the peaceful atmosphere. The visual movement remains minimal and smooth, allowing the mind to rest without distraction. Frost gradually forms on every surface, shimmering faintly under the cold moonlight, while clouds drift slowly across the sky. Time feels slowed, almost suspended, creating a safe, soothing environment where worries fade and thoughts become quiet. This ambience gently guides the listener into deeper stages of sleep, supporting emotional balance, mental peace, and a comforting feeling of warmth and security despite the storm outside. The experience remains consistent and seamless, ideal for long-hour playback, helping the body fully relax and the mind drift into deep, uninterrupted rest, filled with calm, peaceful, and good feelings. As the storm continues through the late hours, everything settles into a gentle, predictable flow that feels deeply reassuring. The wind no longer feels wild, but protective, wrapping the mountains in a soft, icy embrace. Snowfall becomes slightly finer, drifting slowly and evenly, creating a thick blanket that absorbs all harsh sound. The world feels distant and quiet, as if nothing exists beyond this peaceful winter night. The steady, natural rhythm of the storm encourages slow, relaxed breathing, easing tension from the body and calming the mind. Subtle variations in the wind and snowfall prevent silence from feeling empty, instead, filling the space with a comforting presence. The cold outside contrasts beautifully with the imagined warmth within, enhancing a feeling of safety and rest. The sky remains dark and expansive, clouds moving lazily as faint moonlight glows behind them. Time feels unimportant here, allowing the listener to let go completely. Thoughts soften, emotions settle, and a gentle sense of well-being spreads. This ambience supports the deepest stages of sleep, helping the mind remain peaceful and undisturbed while the storm continues quietly in the background, carrying the listener through the night with calm, balance, and good feelings. As the night moves toward its quietest hours, the storm feels fully settled, steady and calm, as if it has found its natural balance. The wind flows gently along the mountain slopes, never rushing, never stopping, creating a soft, continuous presence that feels like a lullaby made by nature itself. Snow gathers silently, layer upon layer, smoothing every edge of the landscape until the mountains appear softer, calmer, and timeless. The air feels still beneath the moving wind, carrying a deep sense of peace and clarity. There is no urgency, no change that demands attention, only a slow, comforting rhythm that allows the mind to drift without effort. The darkness feels gentle, not heavy, and the faint glow of moonlight through the clouds adds a quiet sense of protection. In this moment, the body fully relaxes, muscles loosen, and the mind releases its last remaining thoughts. Sleep becomes natural and deep, guided by the constant soothing presence of the winter storm. The ambience continues endlessly, unchanged and reliable, holding the listener in a space of safety, warmth, and calm, allowing deep rest, emotional renewal, and peaceful dreams to unfold naturally. As the storm carries on, the mountains seem to breathe quietly beneath the snow, steady and unchanging. The wind moves in long, gentle waves, never sharp, never sudden, blending naturally with the soft hush of falling snow. Each sound feels distant and rounded, as if wrapped in warmth, allowing the senses to soften and fade. The cold air outside contrasts with the imagined comfort of rest, creating a deep feeling of security and ease. Nothing interrupts the moment. There are no surprises, no disturbances, only a calm continuity that reassures the mind. Thoughts slow to a whisper and then dissolve completely, replaced by a gentle awareness of stillness. The storm becomes a constant companion through the night, quietly watching over the sleeping landscape. Time stretches and loses meaning, allowing the body to sink deeper into rest. The ambience remains smooth and even, supporting uninterrupted sleep, peaceful dreams, and a sense of emotional balance. Wrapped in this quiet winter night, the mind stays calm, the body stays relaxed, and the feeling remains soft, safe, and deeply comforting as the storm continues on, endlessly calm and soothing. As the storm gently persists, the entire landscape feels wrapped in quiet protection, untouched and undisturbed. Snow continues to fall with a soft, steady patience, settling gently and evenly, creating a natural silence beneath its weight. The wind no longer feels like movement, but like presence, calm, constant, and reassuring. Each breath feels slower, deeper, more natural, guided effortlessly by the steady rhythm of the night. The mind no longer searches for thoughts. It simply rests. The darkness feels warm and familiar, while the distant glow of the moon behind thick clouds adds a sense of quiet comfort. Nothing asks for attention. Nothing changes suddenly. The storm remains balanced and smooth, ideal for long, uninterrupted rest. Muscles release completely. The body feels heavy and relaxed, and sleep deepens naturally without effort. The ambience flows on without beginning or end, holding a peaceful space where the mind stays calm, the heart feels light, and good feelings quietly remain, carried gently through the night by the soft, endless winter storm. As the winter storm carries on without pause, the night feels infinite and safe, as if it will never need to end. Snow drifts quietly through the air, landing softly and disappearing into the growing stillness. The wind remains gentle and predictable, a slow whisper moving across the mountains, never demanding attention, only offering comfort. The world feels distant and simplified, reduced to quiet sound and soft motion. Breathing becomes effortless, matching the calm rhythm of the storm. The body feels fully supported, heavy with rest, while the mind stays clear and undisturbed. There is no sense of urgency, no passing of time, only a peaceful continuation. The darkness holds a quiet warmth, and the storm feels like a natural guardian of the night. This ambience remains steady and unchanged, allowing sleep to deepen naturally, thoughts to fade completely, and a gentle sense of well-being to remain. The winter storm continues softly, endlessly, carrying calm, peace, and good feelings forward without interruption. As the storm quietly endures, the mountains remain still and grounded beneath the falling snow, unchanged and calm. The wind drifts slowly across the landscape, its soft tone blending seamlessly with the silence beneath it. Snow continues to settle, creating a gentle hush that feels comforting and complete. The mind stays quiet, no longer forming thoughts, simply resting in the steady presence of the night. The body feels warm, relaxed and supported, as if held safely by the calm rhythm of the storm. Time fades into the background, losing all importance. The darkness feels soft and familiar, carrying a sense of ease and security. The ambience remains consistent and soothing, perfect for long, uninterrupted rest. Sleep stays deep and natural, while peaceful feelings linger gently, carried forward by the quiet, endless winter storm. As the night remains quiet, the winter storm keeps its gentle balance, never growing louder, never fading away. Snow moves slowly through the air, almost floating, as it settles peacefully across the mountains and valleys. The wind stays low and steady, like a soft whisper that blends into the background of rest. Everything feels distant and calm, as if the world has slowed down just for this moment. The body feels completely at ease, heavy with comfort, while the mind stays light and clear. There is nothing to focus on, nothing to follow, only a smooth sense of stillness. The darkness feels calm and protective, wrapping the scene.